Now that we've covered the mental game and the communication groundwork, let's get down to some practical moves you can employ when you're in the thick of it. These aren't sneaky tricks. They're well-established strategies that help you steer the conversation. First, there's the anchor. This is a bold move, but it can set the tone. The first number mentioned in a negotiation often acts as an anchor, influencing all subsequent offers. If you throw out a high number, even if it's beyond what you realistically expect, it frames the discussion around that higher point. Conversely, if you're the one receiving the offer, be prepared to counter quickly if their anchor is too low. It's a psychological trick, but it works. Just make sure your anchor isn't so ridiculous that it alienates the other party entirely. There's a fine line between confident and crazy. How about the splitting the difference play? This one's a classic. When you're stuck and there's a gap between your positions, suggesting you meet in the middle can seem fair and reasonable. But here's the kicker. If you know the other side is likely to suggest this, make sure your last offer is strategically higher than your true desired outcome. So when you split the difference, you still land close to where you want to be. It's like setting a trap, but a mutually beneficial one, for you mostly. Then there's the good guy, bad guy routine, but solo. You don't need a partner for this. You can embody both roles. Be empathetic and understanding. I totally get why that's a challenge for you, I really do. And then firm up your stance. However, my hands are tied on this point, we simply can't move beyond X. This allows you to build rapport while still holding your ground. It's a delicate dance of empathy and resolve. You might find yourself needing to practice switching personas. A little acting practice never hurt anyone. And then there's the walk-away power move. This is your ultimate ace in the hole, directly tied to your BATNA. If the terms are just not acceptable, and you've exhausted all other avenues, be prepared to walk away. Sometimes, the act of genuinely being willing to disengage can push the other party to reconsider and sweeten the deal. It demonstrates your resolve and your belief in your own value. But only use this if you mean it, because if they call your bluff, you better have that strong BATNA to fall back on. Despite the earlier analogy, this isn't a game. It's a real-world calculated risk. Finally, don't be afraid to take a break. If things get tense, if you feel yourself getting emotional, or if you simply need time to think, suggest a pause. Let's take 5 and come back to this with fresh eyes. This gives both parties a chance to decompress, reassess, and potentially come back with a more constructive approach. It's a tactical reset, not a surrender.